What's up, everybody? Kevin Van Voris. It is January 5th, 2016. That's weird saying that. We are 22 days out, so 22 days to go from the NFL Combine down in Alabama that I'm training for. We're at Van Voris Performance, my gym. It's 10 o'clock at night. No one's here, so I'm going to close early. But before I close early, I figured I would do this Q&A that I posted on my Instagram. So make sure you follow me at CaliBoyKev. I believe I also posted on my Facebook, so I'm going to pull that up right now too. So we're going to go through some questions. There's some is kicking related, some is lifting related, some is business related. So let's just get right into it. So is meal timing necessary for optimal gains? The key word there is optimal. So optimal being if you want to get every little ounce of gain possible. Yes, I mean, you could argue yes. Now, is it relevant for everyone? Absolutely not. The whole meal timing thing, no, it's really not necessary. I mean, I don't eat until like 12 or 1. I fast, and not on purpose. I mean, I fast on purpose now, but I started fasting just because I didn't have time to eat during the day because of clients. So I don't eat until about 1. I do have something like a snack before I work out, and that's just honestly so I don't get dizzy through my workout. But there is times I do work out fasted. So, like my brother, he likes to have something in his stomach. Manny, he really doesn't care. He could have something he couldn't. I'm kind of the same way. At the end of the day, it's what best fits you. If you feel like you perform better when you have something in your stomach, then eat before. If you feel like you can go a full workout without eating, then don't eat. And the whole protein window after your workout is BS, so don't worry about that. Next question. How much rest is necessary for strength training? I like this question a lot. And the reason for that is because there's no clear answer. What good rest is for me is not the same for you. I probably have, 20-something different clients now. And every single one of them has different rest times when we do strength training. At the end of the day, again, it's what's going to be best for you. I might be ready to go after squatting a max effort, like, sets of 2 or 3 after like 4 minutes. Or there might be days where I need 10 minutes in between. So, it really depends on the person. With strength training, you want to make sure you are good to go. Central nervous system is cooled down. So take your time and feel it out. For me, it kind of depends on what kind of mood I'm in. There's some days where I'm like, yeah, let's go again, 3 minutes later. There's other days where I need about at least 10 minutes in between each set. So it kind of depends. And it also depends on the work volume too. Like if you're doing 10 sets of 10 or 10 sets of 5 or 10 sets of 3, each rest period is going to be different. So there's no clear answer on that. It's just whenever you feel like you're ready to hit that next set. Refeeds versus cheat meals. I think you can do either one, depending. Now, obviously, if you're doing like competition prep, that's when you kind of need to probably be closer to having refeeds, just because those are more controlled. But if you're just dieting just to lose weight, you can do cheat meals here and there. Refeeds are great though too, because at least it's controlled. With the cheat meal, everything's kind of out the window. But if you know your body, then it's okay. If you know, yeah, I can have a cheat meal once a week or once every 2 weeks and I'll still be good to go, then that's cool. And you hit your macros every 13 days out of those 2 weeks, and that's fine. So let's see. We'll go on the Instagram now. Is it hard having to manage your personal life, the gym, contagion athletics, your football career? Yes and no. I'm the type of person who likes to do like 50 things at once. I don't know why. I've always kind of been like that. If I have one thing I'm doing, I need to do like 50 other things. So for me, running a clothing line, running a gym, trying to get in the NFL, and obviously have my personal training clients, because personal training clients and running the gym, those are two separate things, and both of them take time. Is it hard to manage? At times, yeah. The only good thing is like with the clothing line, I mean, if you guys don't know, I print all the shirts literally myself. So I can do that when I have free time when I get home at night. With kicking, now that I have the turf in the facility, again, I can kind of move football around. If I have time in the morning, then I'll just kick in the morning. Or I can kick in the morning outside. Or maybe I have an hour break, so I'll literally drive to WT and then go kick it and come back. Or maybe at the end of the night I'll go kick. Same with weightlifting. Maybe I'll lift at like 6 in the morning after my morning client. Or maybe I'll lift at night. Or maybe I'll lift kind of in between during the day. So I mean, am I perfect about it? No. Do I miss workouts here and there? Yes, because sometimes I'm not perfect. I'm still kind of learning. So, yes, I do miss workouts. Or, do I kick every day like I should? No, but I do pretty damn good job most of the time. I would say 95% of the time. But again, it's still a learning process for me. I mean, I'm still trying to juggle a lot of stuff at once. So it is kind of difficult at times. Let's see. What advice do you have for people that have a dream that they consider far out? I mean, you're looking at somebody who has that, me trying to get in the NFL. But if you would have asked me a year and a half ago if I'd owned my own gym, I'd be like, no? Are you kidding me? So anything is possible, and that's what you have to realize. Like, people you look up to were in the same position that you were at some time. So don't just think it's so far out of reach. Like, but don't make ridiculous goals either. Like, I'm not going to say this year I'm going to try and make $1 million. That just doesn't make any sense. For me, it's just trying to get an NFL tryout. That seems much more doable than saying, yeah, I'm trying to get an NFL contract when I haven't even had a tryout before. So, just realize that, a lot of the people that you look up to, whether it's people who are in sports or people who are doctors or people who are politicians or whatever, most of them are in the same position that you were when they first started. And remember, it has to be somebody, right? Like, somebody has to be the running back for the San Diego Chargers. It could be you. You know what I mean? So just think about that. Careless bulking or reverse dieting after losing a good amount of weight. Reverse dieting, 100%. Don't get fat, okay? Don't do it. I've done it. Don't do it. Such thing as good carbs, bad carbs? No, there's no such thing as good carbs or bad carbs. It's like saying, I don't know. The only difference between carbs is stuff that has vitamins and minerals versus, it would be like eating Sour Patch versus eating like fruits and vegetables. Both of them have no fat. Both of them are high in carbs. The only difference between them is one is full of sugar and one still has sugar, but the other one has at least vitamins and minerals. That would be the only difference. So no, there's no such thing as bad carbs or good carbs either. Why can't Manny stick to a diet? I really don't know. My brother's a troll. Actually, Manny is doing just fine. I saw this. I wanted to answer this question. How do you get ripped like Bruce Lee, but not like Bruce Lee, only kind of like Bruce Lee? So, a lot of people probably don't know, but Bruce Lee actually liked to try different types of steroids. Now, did he bust his ass? Absolutely. Did he watch his diet? 100%. But a lot of people don't know he used to just try a bunch of different steroids to see, because for him, he was trying to get the maximal amount out of himself. So, do your research. Check it out. It's actually pretty interesting. He actually did a lot of steroids, and he was very interested in kind of how they made the body work. So, if you want to get ripped like Bruce Lee, well, work out hard, watch your diet, and do a lot of steroids. How long should you wait to hit a PR or 1 rep max? Also, how should you go about hitting a 1 rep max as far as warm up? How many reps to do? What I like to do is, as far as PRing or 1 rep maxing, I think every 6 to 8 weeks is a good kind of window time frame for that. How should you go about hitting a 1 rep max? Triples and doubles, and then single your way up. Once you start to get, 85, 90, 95% of your max, then that's when you should start hitting singles. But you should be able to hit, a triple of like 40%, a double of like 60%, and then kind of work your way up. And just obviously make sure you're stretched, warmed up, you rolled out. Does intermittent fasting help with cutting? No, it doesn't. A lot of people think it does. No. Does it make dieting easier? I would have to say yes, at least for me, because I allow myself to have bigger meals throughout the day instead of having, you know, a bunch of smaller meals. So I would think that would be the part that helps with cutting. But as far as like hormones and blah, 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 no, it doesn't do anything different. You're not burning extra calories or anything stupid. If people tell you that, don't be a sheep. Oh, let's see. When it comes to kicking, what's an exercise that's good when trying to build leg speed? Squats. Squats. Force times mass equals acceleration, or what is it? Force equals mass times acceleration. So you want to build your legs up. So squat. Squat, 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 squat. You want to build... The bigger your muscles can be, it's the more power that those muscles can have. Now, it's not saying that just because you have big legs, you're going to be strong, but the potential is there. So squat, dude. Just basically squat and lift heavy. How did you first learn about counting macros and where can I get started? It was kind of like, gosh, oh my God, it's almost been 6 years, I think. I've been lifting for 6 years this month, and so for me, like, I got into counting macros probably like 4 years ago. And honestly, what I did is I saw a couple of natural bodybuilders, because I'm very into natural bodybuilding, obviously, because I don't do steroids. So I'm very into natural bodybuilding. It's very, very small. But a lot of the pros were doing it, and I was curious about it. And I'm the type of person, like with nutrition, I tried everything. Like, I tried no carb, I tried low fat, no fat, blah, 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 blah. And counting macros literally changed my life, and I did research on it. I looked it up, did a bunch of stuff, and then I tried it myself, because that's the best way to do something. So that's kind of how I got started with it. And where can I get started? Now, either A, you can hire a coach like myself, or B, go online and you can find a macro calculator. But be careful with those because it doesn't adjust for you. So it's at least a good place to get started, do your research, and then if you want to hire somebody to do your numbers, then that's something you can do. Because that's what people like me do, is you get your macros and then you check in once a week or a couple of times a week. What's your take on circuit training, such as 5 sets of 3 to 4 workouts back to back with a little rest between sets? I mean, that's fine if you're in a time crunch, but again, it comes down to what are you trying to do? Are you trying to do cardio with weights, or are you trying to build muscle? Because if you're trying to build muscle, you have to overload the muscle, and the only way you're going to do that is not by doing circuit training. Now, circuit training is fine every once in a while, but you're not going to be building muscle doing like supersets and giant sets and all this other stuff. It's good to build, burn the muscle and get a great pump, but it's not going to build muscle at the end of the day. So, yeah. A trainer of mine once said, as a kicker, you have to be explosive, and explain not to do any heavy weight because it trains your muscles to be slow. I do mid-weight to be explosive and quick. Is that true? But do mid-weight and be no. That literally makes no sense. Let's take the power clean, for example, right? Which is a staple probably for most football players. They're not doing lightweight. Like, I've seen guys on my old football team doing like 350 power cleans, 350 pound power cleans. So they're not doing like 135. Again, if you... I don't even know why that person would say that. Now, you can still work on explosiveness with bands and lighter weights and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, muscle is what's going to make you fast or explosive. It's not going to be doing light weights with tiny repetitions. And if somebody tells you that, just slap them in the face. That's just retarded. Let's see, is there any more questions? My mom asked, how do I get David's metabolism? I don't know, Mom. You birthed him. Manny says, why is David weak? Why are you a troll? That's about it. So I think that's about it for as far as like the good questions. Yeah, but again, as far as like, weightlifting and nutrition and all that stuff goes, I always tell people, just keep it simple, stupid. KISS, K-I-S-S. Keep it simple, stupid. Don't overthink things. Everybody thinks that they just overthink things, when in reality, the only people who should be worried about that type of stuff is the elite. And even then, they don't even worry about it. You think Michael Phelps is counting his macros when he swims like 6 hours a day and he eats 15,000 calories? No. Don't overthink stuff, okay? Just watch the top people that do it and kind of learn from them. Figure out what works for you, because at the end of the day, that's what matters. If you are not interested in what you're doing, you're not going to progress, right? If I wasn't interested in kicking, I sure as hell wouldn't be a good kicker, you know what I mean? So, even weightlifting. If I was just kind of in here like moseying around, like, I'll just kind of do some arms and some curls and some dips or something. Keep it interesting. Do what you like to do. If you like to superset everything, even though it's not optimal, do it. If you like to just do heavy stuff, do it. If you want to count your macros, awesome, do it, because that's going to be much better. If you like to eat clean, do whatever the hell you want. I don't care. You know what I mean? Do what makes you happy at the end of the day, because at the end of the day, it's about you. It's not about me. It's not about the next person over here, over there. You're the one who needs to hit your macros. You're the one who needs to weightlift. You're the one who needs to exercise. You're the one who needs to accomplish your goals, your dreams. So at the end of the day, just do whatever makes you happy. So hopefully this Q&A helps some people out there. If you guys have any other questions, please let me know. I plan on doing this again, maybe once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks. So I'm going to upload this video. I will see you guys tomorrow. 21 days to go. Let's get it, people. We are 3 weeks out from the NFL Combine. Let's kill it. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Comment, like, subscribe. Follow me at KellyBoyKev. I'm out of here. I'm going to go to sleep, and I'm going to close the gym. See you guys.